Okay, if I were to add this, we have a little trap here. You see this 3, it's a negative.
Yep.
And so you're supposed to assume that the next number that's right here is also negative. So, first, I want to solve this without any negatives. Let's pretend there's no negatives, okay? So if this was a positive number right here, how the heck would you do this? Well, because we have a common ratio here. What's our common ratio?
3.
Okay, when I say common ratio, that means we're multiplying by the same number over and over and over to get the sequence. Once you have a common ratio, and because we have the common ratio, we know it's geometric, and this is a finite sequence or series, I should say. We're going to use the finite sum formula. So we have S equals the first term times 1 minus r raised to the n divided by 1 minus r. So if we get our r and our a, then we could add any number of terms together that are in a geometric sequence. So we don't know what the a is, right? Well, we do know what the a is. It's 1. The r is 3. We don't know what the n is. And that's what you got. Now we have to find that n. So how do we find that n? How do we know how many terms we're adding together? Well, we have to know what number term this number is right here. So let's do that. Let's take that number 6,561 and set it equal to 1. Well, we don't need the 1. Oh no, wait. I can't set it equal to this. I need to find our geometric explicit rule. That would be, let's see, a sub n. What is the nth term equal here? We have 1. Remember, we're ignoring negatives right now. We have 3 raised to the n minus 1. So I'm going to take this guy and set him equal to 3 raised to the n minus 1. Now, how do you solve that? Do you guys remember how to solve that? Using logs. Now, you can do log base 3. That's cool. But some of you guys don't have a logarithm button on your calculator that says log base 3. So I'm not going to use log base 3. I'm going to use natural log. I'm going to natural log both sides. Why would you do that? Because then I could take this and drop them out in front of the log. And so now I have natural log of 6,561 equals n minus 1 times natural log of 3. Okay, you guys still with me? So now I need to solve for that n. Let's get that n alone. So I'm going to get rid of that natural log of 3 because he's bugging me. When I get rid of that natural log of 3, I'm going to get natural log of 6,561 divided by natural log of 3. And on the other side, we have n minus 1. And then how do you get rid of the minus 1? Well, you would add 1. So I just have to add 1 to the other side. All right, you guys have a calculator? Can you put this in your calculator and then add 1 to it and tell me what you get?
9.
Yeah. This is 8. And so you're going to get n equals 9. So what does that mean? What is that number that we just found?
That's the 9th.
That is the 9th term. Okay, so we know that this is a sub 9. Now I can come back to my sum formula right here, and I could plug 9 in to that n. Peace out, 9. And then this would equal s sub 9. All right, can you guys plug this into your calculator? Go 3 raised to the 9th power, then go 1 minus that answer, then divide it by -2. That's not right. -2. That's weird. All right, what'd you guys get? Divided by -2. What'd you get? What'd you get? On top. Nobody. 1 minus 19,683. Is that a negative number? No. Yeah. So what do I get there?
Negative 19,000.
So that I just subtract 2 or subtract 1 from that. Okay, and then I divide that by 2. I get 9,841. Is that right? Now this would be your answer if there were no negatives. Whoa. If there were no negatives, this would be your answer. But there are negatives. Oh, snap. That means this is definitely not our answer. We have a -3 right here. In fact, if this is -3, What else would be negative?
Every other number.
Let's see, the 3 is negative, and what would be the next number that's negative?
12.
It'd be a 12, so it'd be negative 12. No, not 12. It's multiplying by 3. What would be the next negative number?
27.
27. And then we multiply by 9. That would be an 81. And then we multiply by 9 again. What is 81 times 9? All right, times 3. I was thinking ahead here. So what is 27 times 9 is 81. That'd be a positive 81. And then what would be the next negative number? What is 81 times 3? 240 what?
243.
So I get negative 243. And I multiply by 3 again, and I get 729. I multiply by 3 again, and I get negative 2,187. I multiply by 3 again, and what do I get? 6,561. So these are all the negative numbers that we would be adding together in this. So we got to take these out of this. What is this minus these numbers?
4,900.
So we get negative 2,460, and we have to take that away from as if they were all positive. And so I'm going to subtract from that 9,841, subtract from that 2,460. And I got 7,381.